And we are live. Welcome to the SMT Podcast. Today's date, January 20th, 2020. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. It's good to have you guys on tonight. Like to wait to see some of the usuals, the regulars, see as they file in and kind of get into the live chat here. We'll wait a couple minutes to get started, but I do want to say hello to some of the early live chat members. I'll go ahead and start with roll call, and as everybody's filing in, go ahead and acknowledge that you are here, and we are glad to have you on tonight's podcast. A random one that I wasn't really planning on doing or anything all day, but I don't know, I just thought it was a good day to discuss today's video. There was some interesting discourse within the comment section of the video, but I did want to bring it to the table here tonight and discuss it. So it's good to have you guys. We got 48 in the live. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome if you're watching this in the live. If you are watching this on the replay, thank you for doing so. Regardless, please do like and share this video. That would be awesome. Like and share the live stream. We will be discussing the day's topic from today's video. If you haven't watched it, no problem. We'll get you caught up and make sure that you know what we'll be talking about. Good to have you on, Ricky. Maybe he'll be moderating tonight here if he's not working. Good to have you, bud. Nintendo 504 is in the house. We have Cash Games. We have Maverick. And we also have Joeseph. It's good to have you all here tonight. Raffy holding it down. He's got the big wrench. Watch yourselves out there. Don't get out of line. He will drop the big wrench. Tom, good to have you on. Glad you can make it here tonight. Mark, same to you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, it's already doing that crazy jumping around thingamajiggy. Ricky knows what I'm talking about. Hopefully my video and my audio is feeding well. If it is, give me the thumbs up. Let me know. Alexis, it is good to have you on. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Big supporter of the SMT podcast. Thank you for being here tonight. Big Sean, what's up, brother? Glad to have you on too, man. Sean, friend of the show as well. Saw your comment earlier, Sean. I do appreciate you guys. The discourse, the discussions we have in the comment sections are important to me. I really do enjoy reading. I read pretty much every comment, and I try to, give it a thumbs up if I believe that it's a thoughtful and considerate comment. So I try to do that. And Sean's one of those guys who'll comment on pretty much all my videos. So Sean, thank you. Nino Beats, what's up? All right, great. Audio and video is good. Hey, Delaney. Good to have you on. Thanks for stopping by. Jihad, what's up, Haboobs? Glad you could make it here tonight. Just gone midnight UK. Oh, wow. You guys are across the pond. You're way ahead. Yeah. Trying to think. It's like, I know that like when my grandparents were overseas and we used to try to call, we were always 7 hours, So like if you wanted to talk to them, you had to, call them around noon because it would be like 7 p.m. there. You want to catch them after dinner. Matt Dubb, another huge contributor here on the channel. Thanks for being here, bud. Appreciate you. Jose, the homie Jose. Yeah, we have fun on Twitter, don't we, Jose? Brandon, good to have you on as well. Thanks for being here tonight. Beats, life is good, man. Can't complain. Elvis is here. Good to have you on. Yeah, we got Gary, the ultimate hater. You can't live without him. Always thumbing down everything. He's, What's up, Georgie? What's happening, Chief? I see is that a discus right there? What's up, bruh? George, don't be a hater, bruh. Frontier and ISP in 20 States. Oh, wow. That's bad news. Terrible to hear. Please do like the video on the way in if you're just getting in here. What's up, Michael? What's happening, Chief? Alexis Bohr with the $10 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. It's a super duper chat, actually. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for donating and contributing to the channel's productions. Much appreciated there. Thank you so much. Great way to start the live stream, actually. Thank you. What's up, Gregory? All right, there's the story on that. Oh, T-Mobile and Sprint merger. Hey, Mr. Derby. I give good news every night, man. You know how that goes. How will it affect the Verizon? Possible. I wonder. Shane, it definitely changes the prospects, I think, for some customers who are, rural consumers, what they decide that they want to do. 5G is going to be important to them. Verizon ain't giving it to them. So, yeah. Rafi's got the live stream archive channel where all the live streams go after they've been viewed. They go ahead and they get, archived and put into a library, a collection over on the SMT live streams channel. So that's in the description box. It's also there in the live chat. Audio and video good. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks, M. Garcia. Appreciate you. John Henry Barrett, Jr. Watching videos for a long time. You provided the very best news coverage and regarding the Sprint T-Mobile merger compared to the other relevant YouTube content creators. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. I do my best. Try to stay up on things, keep you guys in the know, keep you in the loop, and keep you informed. I do as much as I can. Yeah, we got you. Nintendo 504s in the house. Apple Watts, what's up, buddy? Good to have you on, sir. Alan, been a while. I haven't seen you on a couple of live streams. Good to have you, though. Angel, who will win the Super Bowl? Give me the Chiefs. I just think they got the firepower, man. I don't know, man. But that defense over in San Francisco is legit. What's going on, Matthew? I'm doing pretty good. Hope you are doing well as also. Just live chat. What's up, Robert? Yeah, always have fun on Twitter. Where is it? Man, this thing just jumped on me. The Coletti. Hello. Nathan is here. Good to have you on. King Carlos is here. Frontier sucks. Is YouTube censored now? I have no idea. What did it censor? Frontier has bad management. Oh, we were all familiar with that. One of our providers is the same way. Merger complete already? No. Gary the Hater outs himself. What's up, Willie? Good to have you on, man. Thanks for stopping by. William S. is all about that Verizon life. Actually, we're probably going to be talking about a shortcoming of their network here tonight, so stick around for that. Verizon got to be careful with marketing. Network's good. I don't know. There's other stuff you might want to say that they suck at. I saw some cans on. That's funny. Everyone is saying that if the merger fails, Sprint will be sold for parts. Yeah, I don't. Look, the spectrum is the most important asset that they have. Does that get broken up into bits and pieces and sold to different providers? Quite possibly. I mean, they're not going to be turning around their business anytime soon. They're all out on their business. With Verizon, you don't even get the reach around. Oh, my God. What's up, Gene? Good to have you on, buddy. The big homie. That is a fact. Thanks. Appreciate you, Ricky. Thank you, man. And I appreciate you being here. Del Taco for the win. Hey, Junior. Good to have you on. Couldn't miss the stream. John Leisure. I don't know, Ricky. He might. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Kaladi. Hope I'm saying that right. Sean is here. Good to have you on. Tech Lover Mama's in the house. What's up, Tech Lover Mama? See you pretty active on Twitter, getting your tweets in. Been a while. Granted. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, hopefully the recovery is completed or, recovering well and resting. I've had similar situations in my family, so I'm familiar with the, how it plays out and stuff. So, God willing, fast, speedy, and complete recovery for him. Thoughts and prayers out to him. Verizon want to be a big deal after the T-Mobile Sprint merger. I mean, they're a big deal now, Ronald, hey, man, what's up, buddy? Ronald, also a big contributor here on the channel. He's a patron. He's a big supporter of the SMT. Also very active in the Discord. And got to keep the whistle wet here. No, it did the jump thing again. God. Where did it go? It's such a pain, man. Where is it? I don't even know where I went. somewhere around here. Oh, Mav is here. Did you catch Technoid's last podcast? Missed it, but when I went to the replay, it was on. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, Mav. It was weird because I even tweeted it. I was watching it and I was tuning in. I tweeted it and I don't know what happened. Carlos.
What's happening, bro?
And do we have audio from Carlos's side?
Audio. We good?
Oh.
We good? We horrible?
Oh, hold on, bro.
Uh-oh. What's going on, everybody? What up?
Carlos.
Yo.
What's up, bruh?
Bro, who's mad about that Verizon ordeal, man?
I'm sure a lot of people, when you think about the long term, they'll be mad. Maybe not so much now, but 2-3 years from now, they're going to be like, dang, bro. Wish Verizon had some low band 5G for us out here in the rural America.
Yeah, exactly.
Raul is in the house. Obed is in the house. SoftBank could literally come out if the merger is not complete and say, just shut it down. Dang. And just liquidate. And then just get out of debt and move on. Ugh.
Man.
Steve Sanchez, what's happening?
Hold on a second, bro. I got to take this call real quick.
Go ahead. Friends in China streaming TV over 5G. Sounds like the video quality would be awesome. So they could probably do 4K, no problem. 8K if they got the TV. Yeah, for sure. Mr. Spoken Thoughts, I agree. I think a lot of those customers are probably transitioned from Sprint, T-Mobile still rolling out home internet at a small scale. I mean, they've got some of the testing bed locations, but they can't do nationwide without the merger. Trying to stay relevant while I figure out making videos. You're very relevant, Tech Lover Mama. We appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, Dave B? The big homie. About to get to the I got to do some announcements here. I'm just trying to get through all this. What's up, family dad? Prakash Sharma, good to have you on. Thank you for stopping by. Max Finley. Next 5 years, what ISP think will go big? I don't know, man. I'm not. I really hate the ISPs. I know, Ricky. It sucks, man. Seriously. Shoot the link. All right, I could do that. Dave B, you want to end like a DM? I'll shoot you the link, bruh. Oh, I'll get you the link too, Pete. Hold on a second. All right, let me try to do this. Send these links out. Maybe we can get a bunch of people up in here. Where is it? See if I can pull it off here. Let's see here. This. Nope, that's not the link. Looks like we're going to have some members up. We got 100 in the live chat already. Good day to all. Thanks for coming by, everybody. If you could, please like the video on the way in as I try to send out these links and get everybody invited here to the podcast that looks like it's going to be a family affair and it's going to be a friend affair. So I'm working. It looks like we might have a lot of guests here tonight, brother.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks like it, man.
Who's coming in?
Looks like we will have Dave B from Dave B's
nice.
Tech.
Nice.
And it looks like we'll have the Bearded Dragon. He'll be up in here. I might if Ricky's not, I was gonna say if Ricky's not at work, I could always send him the invite too. So let me actually, let me do that. Who else is in here? I don't even know who's in this because I got all the chats from the Twitter on there.
Oh yeah.
I'll just send it out to anybody that wants to come on.
Damn. So you're just making it like, oh, you want to come on? Let's go.
I guess open panel, bro. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I just sent it out to everybody. All right,
Bro,
John,
but
good to have you on.
Honestly, bro, I doubt that. If this merger doesn't go through, bro, then yeah, Sprint might get sold into chunks. It might not. They might survive. Who knows?
David P is here. Light Bar is here. We'll talk about Sprint and that whole like sold for parts thing. I actually kind of I disagree. I don't think it's going to end that way only because I think they're too valuable. And
they
I
won't
think
let it.
Worst case scenario, there's a merger with like an ISP, an internet provider.
With like Cox or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Charter. I mean, they're just. I mean, they'll be selling out at a discount that I think terms can be made.
Exactly, bro. There's no way, bro, that they're gonna let it go down. If they approved an AT&T and Time Warner merger, I don't see why they would approve. They wouldn't deny a Cox or a Charter and certain merger.
What's up, Dave B? What's happening, buh?
Yo, Sneed, what's going on?
Life is good, man. No complaints.
I'm looking forward to getting that Verizon 5G out in the middle of nowhere.
Yo, yeah, man. I know.
Yeah, you'll be. You might as well just go out there with some pixie dust, pixie dust, and a magic wand, and see if you can make it out of thin air.
So Verizon 5G is Sprint WiMAX.
Yeah. So you're basically saying it's going to be a flop?
Pretty much, because what I'm thinking is, Sprint screwed up with WiMAX because they thought WiMAX was going to be the thing instead of LTE. So they were trying to deploy that, and then LTE turned out to be the right way to go. Verizon is going to be the same way with 5G, only doing it in cities, when rural applications do need 5G as well.
Thank you, Jason, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
But Dave, this is basically what I've encountered before, like what we've seen from Verizon too, where they sometimes BS, man, to throw people's shoes down, like they think like, oh crap, they're not gonna do it, so we can do it this way, and they wait to see what the failures are from other companies, and they perfect it. We've seen that before.
What's up, TJ? Good to have you on. Thanks for stopping by here tonight.
It's just like Apple, like they don't release a 5G phone. They're waiting for all the screw-ups from Android before they release their 5G variant.
I actually disagree. I don't think that's why they didn't have it ready. Usually you're right, Carlos, like when it comes to the features. But I personally think because the problem with Qualcomm. I think that Verizon would have already had a millimeter wave iPhone if it wasn't for that Qualcomm issue. What's up, Jessica? Good to have you on. Like, usually you're right, like wireless charging, a redesigned display, like all that came much later. But like, it wouldn't take much if they were using Qualcomm chips for Qualcomm to be able to slap on a modem for millimeter wave. It would be easy.
I disagree. It's Apple.
Yeah.
Anything with Apple is at least 2 years behind everything else.
But that puts them 2 years behind if you think about it. When was the Moto Mod put out with 5G?
Was it earlier this year?
It was like
it's a year.
I think it was like March of 19 or something like that.
All right, well.
Yeah, it was.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's when it was.
It was April because that's when
that would put them 21.
Because that's when the S10 came out. The S10 5G millimeter wave was in April.
Bet you the 5G iPhone costs like $1,600 though.
Oh, it's gonna be
because it's Apple, so they command a premium.
He's probably right, bro. It's gonna be at least $1,500 because the Pro whatever max size whatever it's gonna be is gonna be $1,100. Bottom line storage.
Mm-hmm.
Slap on a $200-$300 premium for a 5G modem.
So you're talking 13, 14, and then if you upgrade the storage at all, then
get yourself Apple Care, pay your taxes, $2,000. Especially if you live in Chicago, I hear the tax is like 16%, bro.
Well, if I want to go buy a $2,000 phone, I'll go get that that what was it, the Galaxy Fold like thing that breaks all the dang time.
What's up, Daniel Vega? Good to have you on. Philip says SMT needs to go to the courthouse to help T-Mobile win. I personally actually don't think T-Mobile did anything wrong. They didn't have to do much, in my opinion. I felt like the block had to do the work, and I don't really think they did anything. If the merger side did anything to self-incriminate, it'd be one thing. But literally the only thing that the block was interested in doing was trying to prove that there were some WhatsApp messages between executives. Like, what does that have to do with the fact that the FCC and the DOJ cleared this? Like, we're going to pretend like we don't have legal systems and regulatory agencies in this country?
They're just trying to pull up dirt. Like,
You know,
that's all they were trying to do.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, legit, even if I didn't agree with something and the FCC cleared it and the DOJ cleared it, I'm moving on, bro. Me personally, like, let's say I don't agree with it. Like, let's say I'm anti-merger, right? But the FCC and the DOJ clears it. I take that as a loss. I'm like, oh, well, that's the legal system here. That's the processes here. What am I supposed to do? That's like voting for a presidential candidate and he doesn't win or she doesn't win. What are you supposed to do? You're going to leave? You're going to go to Canada? Where are you going?
Right.
You win some, you lose some.
Bruh. Crazy. But that's the thing, though. In America, your pockets do the talking.
Yes, sir.
It's the truth. You can get away with anything in America if you have the pockets deep. If you have deep pockets.
James, I don't agree with you. Without 5G, there's a lot of things hardware-wise that we can't operate, that we want to operate. For example, there's a lot of sensor technology that needs latency at about 1 to 2 milliseconds. You can't do that with LTE. It will never do it with LTE. We've got autonomous vehicles that really probably need a 5G connection to really get the correct information as fast as they need it. That needs low latency. See, the top end speeds, people are deceived by this, man. They really think like 5G is only about download speeds.
It's not about speeds.
It's not. I mean, like, let's be honest. The capacity is amazing. We love the idea of having 500 megabits per second, 1 gigabit per second. But if you think about augmented reality and what people want to do with their handhelds and with their VR sets and gaming, and you think about what people want to do with sensors and autonomous vehicles and robotics and automated agriculture, all this technology needs really low latency. It has nothing to do with download speed. The download speed could be 100. The download speed could be a gigabit. It doesn't matter as long as it's consistent, and that's what 5G offers. It's like a resilient connection, like unfazed, right? It's not going to disconnect. It's not going to be unstable. It's more about that. But everybody's caught up in speeds. My LTE is good enough. But you don't know what you want 2 years from now out of your hardware.
If your self-driving car takes 20 or 30 milliseconds to get a signal from the car in front of it saying that it's stopping, you could end up in a crash. Like, you don't want that.
So, Dave, a ping of 25 milliseconds and a ping of 1 millisecond, that's a big difference for applying brakes on a vehicle.
Mm-hmm. That's a huge difference.
And it's also the difference of money for somebody who owns and operates corn production farming, because it could be the difference between applying X amount of targeted fertilizer, say, right? It's going to overspray or underspray. It's going to cost them money when he's going over hundreds of acres. You get what I'm saying?
Stock market, it's
sure.
25 milliseconds in the stock market can be make or break for some people.
I just think people coming in thinking about just download speeds, it's short-sighted. That's only one angle of what 5G offers,
Think about they're trying to do robotic surgery.
5G offers, 5G does offer the download speeds, but it also offers the ability to connect thousands of more devices or more in the same area as LTE. And not only that, but you get those low pings, which is what you've been typically getting on home internet connections. A lot of times you get 3-4 milliseconds on home connections like fiber and broadband, but never on mobile.
Yeah, and since our society is becoming more and more wireless, I mean, just look at our audio. Everything has gone away from cables and wires to wireless because of convenience. And like I can imagine, you take for example the arenas and the stadiums, instantaneous betting between timeouts, bro. Like putting in bets, like who's hitting the shot, who's getting the rebound. Like I'm not a gambler, but I know where this stuff could apply.
Yeah, a couple of milliseconds in situations like that is worth it. That can make you or lose you some serious money.
Yeah, so download speeds is important. I mean, look, if your market is consistently getting 5G operability and you're seeing a half a gig everywhere you go, I mean, when would you ever bottom out? I can't see a situation where you would ever be so slow that you couldn't use your data. I mean, a concert, and a game at an arena, it would always be connected.
Yep, and you'd always... The way I see it is if you're getting 500 megabit a second, no matter where you go, I see at least you should get probably 50 to 100, even at max capacity, even with everything completely maxed out. I'd say you'd probably get 50 to 100. Right now, if you get 100,000 people or 200,000 people in an area, you bottom out to like Hideika or something like that.
We have JG Tech Blog. We got a local celebrity here. Big time fan of the JG Tech Blog. And we also have TK's Garage. TK, what up, homie? Glad you could make it and stopping by.
Oh, what up, TK?
Yeah, TK's hanging out there in the live chat. Still on the plane, but Wi-Fi is working. He must got that free T-Mobile Wi-Fi, bro.
No.
Either that or that plane must have that decent Wi-Fi where it's like 20 megasecond. The ping is a bit high, but there's like 20 megasecond airplane Wi-Fi.
Hey man, so it takes 2 seconds to render an image. Big deal. At least it's running.
Right. Yeah. He may be 25 seconds behind or something like that, but it's still playing.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you were running YouTube TV or something like that.
I remember one time I actually did do YouTube TV on an airplane. I was using a VPN because it wouldn't let me connect with the straight plane Wi-Fi, so I pulled up the VPN, connected to that, and I was watching TV shows on the airplane.
It's a nice convenience. I'll tell you what, man, I remember when there was no connectivity on a plane and you just basically put your phone into airplane mode, as they called it, and then you just played like solitaire, whatever didn't require a connection. Spider, solitaire, whatever else, man. Tetris.
I remember that. I remember having no connection on airplanes.
I actually don't think 5G is going to kill cable companies. I think some people still do have decent performing home ISPs. They'll be the ones that'll stay in there. They're used to it. They don't want to leave. They don't want to change. They don't want to switch. And they don't want a wireless connection. They want hardwire. They want, a fiber optic cable running their home, like that sort of thing. I think, and you know what? The lucky people that have that, good for them, bro. But my home ISP options are slim to none and they're garbage. So
yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. It'll give the ability for people to have more options. Instead of having 2, you might have 4 or 5,
So like to a person like Jack Ryan saying that 5G is going to kill cable, if it does, so be it. That's cable's problem. In my opinion, I think cable's been operating at such a high revenue without really deserving it. It's been a cartel. I mean, I think Pete's right in saying that. They coordinate themselves to have regions on lockdown. And they say, well, I got this part and you got that part. I'm charging 80 for 100 megs. You're charging 80 for 100 megs. You do it where you're at. It's like the unspoken terms. You know what I'm saying?
Like, for example, my grandmother, where she lives in rural southeast Georgia, she pays $70 a month for 15 by 15. And that's not bad, but it could be better, right? Imagine if T-Mobile was available in her area, T-Mobile home internet. She could get 40 or 50 by 40 or 50 and pay $50 for it.
I would legit sacrifice half the speed as long as I liked the company I was purchasing the service from, and they were always fair and they were always honest. And, customer care was important, and just making sure that I was satisfied. Like that's meaningful to me. But I'm a different customer. Like some people are like, I just want the cheapest price, or, some people are like, well, I don't really care, but I do, and the way Cox does business, I can have literally gigabit speed from them for $80 a month, and I won't. I'd rather pay $80 a month for like 50 megs a second if the company was better to me.
Exactly. Like I'd much rather, I'd sacrifice, say, like we get 100 with AT&T, right? I'm not certain what the cable bill is here, but I'd be totally willing to pay $50 a month to have 50 megs from T-Mobile because I believe in what they're doing. Or I'd pay $50 to like SpaceX and Starlink because I believe in what they're doing.
Starlink is going to be the big one.
Starlink is going to be really, really interesting once that launches.
That's the one that's really going to be, and that one's going to wake everybody up right there. That's what I think.
Yeah, like that's going to throw a wrench into a lot of people's pudding. That's for certain.
Oh yeah, bro. Think about it. It's going to be everywhere. As long as you can point the dish, like let's say in areas where you can't get solid signal because of trees or whatever, you point a dish up to the sky, you got signal. However, you got to direction it. Boom.
Or
and they said, "Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry."
I'm actually not even thinking it's going to be a dish. I think it's just going to be like a little pizza box thing that you set up on top of your roof.
Yeah, or that. Yeah. Like
and you don't even have to point antenna. The thing. Just a flat like pizza box looking antenna. You put it on your roof, and as the satellites go by, it has the antennas in there for directionality and everything.
What are you guys thinking for price? What's the word?
They haven't said yet, but they're going to have to keep it competitive. So I'd say somewhere between, if I had to take my guess, I'd say somewhere between 50 and 70.
It's fair. It's fair. There's a lot of there. Well, if they're coming in with several hundreds of megabits per second, that's competitive. I don't care where you put it.
The speeds can stay consistent.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is, can they stay consistent? I'll tell you though, it'll be interesting because like that might be an option for my grandmother, because satellite internet has traditionally been terrible because you either have really low bandwidth limits, like you get like 20 gigs a month or 40 gigs a month, or the speeds are like a megabit a second with an 800 millisecond ping. That's ridiculous.
I think Verizon is doing a lot right now, actually. Verizon's doing a lot with Fios. They've kind of changed some of their pricing. They're mixing and matching their, I don't know what you want to call it, the flexibility of what you could do with TV and home internet. The companies are already starting to respond to cord cutting and people shopping around. In other words, customers are more savvy now than they've ever been.
There was an article on Ars Technica, I think it was, where this guy was talking about that whole Verizon mix and match deal, and that they were giving him the runaround about it. And he's like, because they're like, the customer service person's like, oh, we can't do that. You need to go into a store. And he went into the store, and the person's like, oh, we can't do that because of this. And it ended up where, like, if he wanted the mix and match, he'd have to cancel his entire plan and then go to the mix and match, and he'd be paying more for the mix and match than what he was going to pay for the plan itself.
Yeah, you're going to have to take a look at those options. Let's welcome Pete, the Bearded Dragon. He's here tonight. He's joined us.
What's up, Pete? I like the
Ahoy,
shirt.
Pete.
I'm in that shirt Ricky did not want to wear.
Hey, Julian is asking, when will Starlink be available for purchase? What do we got for like a launch day, says JG Tech Blog?
I think it's summer?
Summer to fall, I think, because they've been launching batches. So I think they said probably summer to fall.
But it's definitely 2020, so it's definitely this year.
What was it, on the 17th they had a launch, or 18th or something like that? They had another launch of satellites.
Yeah, I think they've got like a couple hundred, and I think they've got like 120 or so in orbit now, maybe a few more. But they've sent up 2 or 3 batches already.
Well,
so I suspect probably later 2020.
I'm excited to see it. I'm all about it. I mean, I could see potential weather becoming an issue. Yeah, Pete, we're I mean, Dave, you've been on here several times. Pete, you've been on here countless number of times. Carlos, you've been a supporter and a contributor here on the channel for months. All we want are legitimate competitive options.
Yep.
We don't want no haphazard, efforts. We don't want, people trying but failing. We just want like legitimate operators, whether it's wireless or it's, home ISP, a TV option, streaming. We don't care, bro. Just bring on legitimate options from legitimate providers doing good business and, like really executing a good business plan, because we've seen what's happened to companies that are coming and going, and we've seen, what companies are doing when they try to play the market, and trick people. And honestly, like, there's too many people that don't have legit options, whether it's home ISP or wireless.
I'm so lucky my city did broadband here, because the alternative is only Comcast. Or, you can pay $30 a month.
I would be interested, speaking of that weather thing, I would be interested because I think that they could avoid that as long as the antennas on both the satellites and the actual ground stations transmitted a little bit higher power. Because those, those like satellites like DirecTV and stuff like that, those aren't very high power transmitters.
As long as you don't have
so if they can figure out a way to transmit at somewhat higher power, then clouds might not be an issue. I mean, obviously, if you're getting a freaking hurricane, then that might be a problem. But
hey, it looks like we got some new listeners at on TK's flight. People are kind of eavesdropping and they're saying amen. They want options, bro. The people want ISP options.
Tell them they need to subscribe to the SMT. Carlos and JG Tech blog. If
TK better be careful. People are gonna the flight attendants are gonna walk up and be like, "Turn that off."
Then why'd you give me in-flight Wi-Fi?
Nah, you better be careful. The flight attendants might come up to him and stand in the aisle watching us.
They're gonna walk up. They're gonna be like, "Sir, please turn that down. The other people don't want to hear your stuff."
It's good stuff, though.
I do want to thank everybody for being here this evening. We have 123 in the live. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. If you could, please hit the like button. Share this to your favorite social medias. I believe it would be media when it's plural. Last I checked.
Yes, it is media as a plural because the singular is a medium.
Medium, right. Let's do some quick little things here before we get going with like the actual topic for today. Let's do some shout outs. We have a couple of things for my channel. We have the SMT Patreon page. We have the SMT Tech Twitter handle, the Discord, the podcast. All those links are in the description box. We also have a megadon.com invite. If you would like to take your social media and cybersecurity seriously, then please do check out that invite code there. No algorithms, no ads, none of that nonsense, no BS. Check it out. It is in the description box. Big shout out to megadon.net. .net or .com?
.net.
.net, yes. I figured it was a .net. So also a big shout out to Carlos. He's got his YouTube channel up and running. He's been uploading videos, doing live streams. You guys can check out his channel. He's also on Twitter. I'll be posting links in the description box for that. And big shout out to some of the contributors here on the channel. Got Pete with us, got Dave B with us. Also, big shout out to Ricky Florida Keys Tech Q&A. He was live last night. It was a real nice show. He's always, contributing here as well as
a pretty funny show.
Yeah, it was a good one. He always invites me on, invites the boys on. It's a good time. Big shout out to TK's Garage. Big shout out to JG Tech Blog. Big shout out to Technoid. And I think that wraps up shout outs. So here's what we're doing, boys. You ready?
Let's do it.
Today,
Let's do this.
I did a video today, and I think some people are going to be mad at Verizon here in a couple of years. They might not be mad now. We will be, because we understand what's kind of in the pipeline for the future.
I'm going to be mad for a different reason.
So here's the situation. We got a story coming from the CEO of Verizon. He's actually a really good CEO from what he's done thus far. He's already started to change some of Verizon's ways. The mixing and matching of Verizon Fios. We'll get to the pricing and stuff at a later time because it kind of depends. You kind of got to fandangle it. He has offered Disney Plus for a year for free for any unlimited data customers. Like, there's a couple nice little things he's doing there, right? I'm all for it. Anything that's consumer friendly, bring it on. Here's one thing that I do not like that he is a part of, and it will be attached to his business operations. He came out and said in a quote today, well, I don't know if it was today or over the weekend, he said that Verizon will not be doing low-band 5G. Here's the problem with no low-band 5G. Low-band 5G is not the type of 5G we're concerned about in densely populated areas, urban city centers, things like that. Low-band 5G is specifically an option that we would see deployed in rural America where things are very spread out and you got to get like a tower every 3 miles. Mm-hmm. Like that's the best you could do. You know what I'm saying? So you're using, 600, 700 megahertz type spectrum. AT&T is doing it with band 14. Verizon, they do their low band through 700 megahertz through their band 13.
T-Mobile's got the 71.
T-Mobile, right. They've got 700 megahertz, but nationally it's going to be their 600, band 71. Anyways, Verizon has said they're basically rural America's only getting LTE. We're not going 5G with them. That's not cool, bro, because there are applications that require certain types of performance, not associated with speed, but more so associated with latencies and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is Verizon is basically taking the digital divide we have today, and they're already saying this isn't going to change because we're going to be upgrading LTE. We're going to make LTE better, but I don't care how good you make it. You'll never get sub 15 millisecond latency on LTE.
No way.
Nope. And the digital divide
absolutely not. I think that's a serious mistake. If they want to offer home internet at all, they can't do that for rural customers. Again, with the low latency applications, your self-driving cars, you do not want your self-driving cars on Verizon.
Nope.
But I'm not even going that way because let's keep it rural, right? Let's think agriculture here. I think of drones. I think of applications with agriculture that are very cost sensitive, where it's like, you think about farming techniques and different types of strategies of hardware. You can't get by on LTE. It's not going to work.
Bro, like what we were seeing at CES, Pete, you know what we're talking about at the AT&T booth, bro, about how they're going to be doing they can do open heart surgery while the doctor's at his house, bro. You can literally do it.
And you need a 5G network standalone.
Yeah, medical applications.
The doctor.
Those things aren't going to be possible on Verizon's network because they don't want to offer 5G.
Yeah, you need the 5G between the doctor and the remote patient, and with LTE only, you might as well just chop the heart if you're trying to do that.
Because you got to think about this, okay? You can get the patient in. Let's say he just had a stroke and he has 10 minutes to make it happen, or else he'll die. You could throw him in there, get the robotics, call the doctor. Doctor logs in his thing and does his thing, versus waiting for the doctor to get in his car, drive all the way down there. By the time the patient's dead.
I can't, because here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, well, why don't they just focus on dynamic spectrum sharing? They're not going to have the interband operability. Mm-mm. They can't do it. So, go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead. Okay. What is rural, right? Like, is rural like one person every 2 miles? Or is rural even small cities? Where I grew up, there was a town, it was 500 people. Is that rural? Would that get 5G?
Nope.
Things like that.
It's not going to get 5G. They've literally said rural. Well, so let me actually finish the announcement then, because this is where things get interesting. They said we're not doing 5G in rural America. They're only getting LTE upgrades. That means they're going to upgrade tower sites with antennas. They're going to continue to develop better antenna technology, maybe upgrade backhaul. You know, like they're going to do tower maintenance. They might rearrange or add sites, but they're not going to be doing 5G there. Now, the other part is I forget his name. Is it? God, I forget. Anyways, he said they're only interested in mid-band if the price is right. He's being so disingenuous. He is straight up lying. There is no way they are going to operate their national network without adding mid-band. There is no way.
No way. It'll crash.
You need all three types of frequencies.
Yeah, no, that's not possible.
Guys,
They're saying they don't. No.
Well, Dave, Verizon has 140, 150 million subscribers. 17 million are on unlimited data plans. What do you think it's going to be in 5 years?
About
at least double, if not more.
If they're having congestion issues and network management problems,
and that's happening right now as we speak.
Bro, think about the last 2 years what AT&T's been doing, man. AT&T went from basically a trashy network, bro. It was pretty trashy. You know, you go a lot to HSPA, and even in cities and metropolitan cities, now to where it's solid connection, bro, where they did all these major upgrades, the FirstNet, the mid-band, more low band. They needed that.
They're still working on that across the U.S.,
well,
but
I'll tell you,
with
the AT&T's network, I think, has gotten a lot better. AT&T as a company, I still wouldn't want to use. I might use an AT&T MVNO, though.
As a company, actually, bro, their practices have been changing, bro. Because I hate AT&T, and I hate them with a passion. Nobody can hate them more than me, and I promise you that. But their practices have changed.
I will say that they're a much different company today than they were just a couple of years ago. I'm not ready to forgive and forget. I haven't moved on yet personally. But they are definitely different, and their network is becoming quite tremendous.
I'm warming up to them, which is good because I've had a vendetta.
If they just gave you your night and weekend minutes back for like a couple of months, you'd be good.
If they back paid me for those,
it would take more than night and weekend minutes to make me forget all the crap they put me through.
But you know,
I haven't had them since 2014. They've probably changed a lot since then. I know their network's gotten better.
Right.
But they were charging us like 70, 80, 90 bucks a month or more for basically non-existent service and terrible customer service that didn't want to help at all.
So I personally think that is it Ronan Dunn? What's his name, man? I forget. Whoever this McAdams, Lowell McAdam. Anyways, bro, I think he's lying. I think there are things that are going on behind closed doors. This is the Verizon way. Do everything like ninjas, like thieves in the night, and then they just do it. And then they announce it once it's active. You know, that's just kind of how they roll. I personally think their goal is to scoop up half of the C-band mid-band spectrum. Mm-hmm. Like in this auction, they want half of it. I'm talking 100, 140, maybe 150 or even 180 megahertz of it. There is no way. They are completely incompetent if they think they're getting by on millimeter wave and what they have now.
They want as much as they're allowed.
If they do that, then I think very seriously, we're going to be talking in 10 years how Verizon is Sprint 2.0.
It doesn't make sense. They've never had a bad network. They've never had a bad network.
Yeah, if they stay with millimeter wave only 5G, we're going to be talking about them like a WiMAX decision.
Bro, every carrier has had a bad network at one point except for Verizon. Like, Verizon literally bought every regional carrier to not have a dead spot in the U.S., essentially. Right? Like, there's very few spots in the U.S. that have only one carrier not being Verizon. You know what I'm saying? Like, their LTE pops are absurd. Mm-hmm. And their capacity in certain markets is questionable. I've been to San Diego. I couldn't get more than 30 megabits. But I'm just, I'm looking at it from an LTE availability standpoint. AT&T is still not there. What AT&T is offering is capacity, though. So they're still not up to, because Verizon literally bought every regional carrier that the FCC didn't stop them from buying.
Yep.
And like Sprint's network has been trash at one point, at the current point. T-Mobile's a young network that needs more time and more investment. AT&T's network was not great for a while. It's much better today. But like Verizon has never had a bad network, ever. It wasn't bad with CDMA. It wasn't bad with 3G. It wasn't bad with 4G and LTE. And there's no way,
2G.
bro. Why would they pick 5G to suck? No way, bro. They're lying.
I remember 2G. My only complaint with Verizon was the fact they charge roaming for 9x.
Either they're lying, which is definitely one option, or either they're lying or they're completely incompetent fools. Put it that way.
And I don't. There's no way.
Them doing 5G like that is going to be, again, it's going to be Sprint with WiMAX.
He did kind of leave that little thing in there. He said, we'll do mid-band if it's financially or economically feasible. Like if it fits into their finances. Bruh, please. They are going to be going in so hard on that spectrum. They're going to drive the price up. And in fact, if T-Mobile doesn't get the merger, T-Mobile better be ready to spend about 30 or 40 billion to get themselves at least 100 megahertz. Yeah. They're going to have to do what Verizon's going to do. They'll be the big two, by the way. AT&T is going to buy some, but they're not. You think AT&T is going to, bro? AT&T just spent 40 billion in 2 years, 45 billion in 2 years.
And it's free money.
Also, they're getting free band 14.
But bro, this is all money. This is all free money that they spent. In reality, they didn't spend a dime. At the end of the day, they get their money back, and they're upgrading existing infrastructure on the tower.
They get 60% back. But still, 60% out of 40 billion is a mess ton.
Yeah, the government may have spent $40 billion, but yeah, if that's the case, because AT&T's FirstNet was a contract sponsor by them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, AT&T's got it to the point, guys, where they're climbing a tower, they're giving it band 14, and they're upgrading all antenna, and they're upgrading backhaul. Every new site, every pre-existing site, it's their one climb program, single climb upgrades. They're doing everything at one time. They're just going to be turning on 5G with switches, bro. You're going to switch stuff on. It's going to be magic. It's going to be DSS. They'll be low band. Like, bro, this band 5 NR that they're doing now, bro, it's like, what is it? Like 20, 30 cities? They don't even care. They just want to show that they could do it because, T-Mobile's doing low band. Let's do it too. Oh, Verizon's doing millimeter wave. All right, let's do it too, bro. When they start
millimeter,
bro, here's what I know, bro, and this is where I wanted to go with all of this: dynamic spectrum sharing, DSS. We're talking about carriers having the ability to simultaneously and on demand use interband operability of spectrum for LTE and NR. So literally, if it's the same band, it's just transitioning when it's needed. So X amount of spectrum, you've got X amount of devices connected on LTE, X amount of spectrum allocated for NR devices that are connected to that tower site. Literally, it's fluid. It's going back and forth between those connections.
Hold up. I'm going to interrupt you for a second. We got a super chat for MT Houston, Texas.
20 stacks, 20 bones.
That's the homie MT Houston, Texas. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
He just slapped you with a 20 twin.
Appreciate you, bro. That goes to the Yasmin Foundation right there, right away. I got to go straight to the piggy bank with that one.
Ooh,
Yasmin's gonna watch it. Yasmin's gonna watch it on the replay and be like, "Daddy, where's my $20?"
So, James is talking about electric companies showing on 5G to monitor.
Yasmin's you're gonna put on the replay, and Yasmin's gonna be like, "Can I watch Sesame Street?"
So we got a pair blowing kisses sticker from Joe Ench 123 for $2.99.
Thanks for the super chat, Joe Ench. Appreciate it, man. I can't see those on the live stream on the stream.
Yard.
Yeah, that's I don't know. They still haven't figured that out. Those stickers. But thank you for that. Appreciate you so much.
It's a
Thank you.
cute pair too. Let me tell you.
Shout out to all the pair.
Yeah.
All right, so like how carriers plan to deploy nationwide 5G, dynamic spectrum sharing is going to be a big piece of that. I think
until we sunset and get rid of 4G, yeah.
15 years from now, Pete?
Minimum. I mean, hey, look, Sprint still has 3G in Vegas.
Yep.
So let's say 15-20.
Okay. So the other option is to completely refarm. Well, that's a pain, bro. That's a long, grueling process that is expensive and time intensive, which right now, time is as important as the money in terms of infrastructure, installation, stuff like that. I really like the concept of DSS. I think it makes networks really dynamic. I mean, it's in the name, right? So it makes them really sensitive, really responsive to like moment-to-moment conditions on a tower site. It makes total sense to be able to do this. But Verizon doesn't have low band. Like they're using all of it, bro. They've juiced those lemons, and they're obviously doubling down on LTE strictly for their rural American customers. There's pros and cons to this. So like in terms of cost, they're going to save a lot of money sticking to LTE in rural America.
And by the way, rural is considered non-urban or suburban.
Are you sure about the suburban piece?
Yes.
Okay.
At least according to
the
U.S. Census Department.
That's a super chat right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Raise mobile.
Raise, thank you, man.
$1.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for the super chat. I think time also, climbing a tower, upgrading a tower with LTE upgrades, it's going to be a lot faster. Equipment's more affordable. It's more readily available. They can make a call, probably have equipment shipped and installed in a week, that sort of deal.
Now, only if we can get the Huawei equipment in here, it'd be even.
Yeah, if you could get Huawei from their U.S. space station in California, you could get it in 3 days and it'd be cheap.
Bro, here's what Verizon is going to be missing out on, though, by only doing LTE upgrades for rural America. Their rural customers will not be able to get any access to non-standalone or standalone equipment. So you look at standalone equipment and what they can get out of those configurations and hardware. Like take, for example, 2-carrier aggregation on 5G. Bruh, you want to talk about a capable network? Go ahead and run 2 carriers on mid-band. Run 50 megahertz a channel. Pete, what are we talking here? What are we talking? 2.5, 50 by 50.
Yeah.
It's like sitting on a Puerto Rican beach while there's no natural disaster.
Probably a gig.
Drinking a mojito. You're getting about a gig and a half, and you're loving it.
JG, thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I can't wait to go on JG's channel and get live. We haven't done that in forever. Really looking forward to it.
Ray says he's more broke than an overused joke, but we still appreciate every super chat, no matter how low.
Hey, Pete, see if you could do me a favor and
track down John Henry's question.
Yeah, see if you could track that, please. Thank you.
Look. If Sprint shuts down, then will all their customers be released from their contracts, not need to pay their owed amounts of account debt?
No, I mean I think all that stuff's carry over, Yeah.
Well, it depends.
Well, Pete, they're going to be taking on customer plans for the most part. Why wouldn't they take on their installment?
Like if Sprint shuts down, as in goes kaputski, that is considered debt as a bankruptcy asset. But if they're absorbed by T-Mobile, you will be continuing your owance through their lender.
That means you're going to be taxed. Regardless, you're getting taxed with no representation.
Either way, you're getting taxed.
How about this one here? Do you think if the merger fails, Dish will acquire Sprint, then have the most spectrum out of all the carriers? The answer to that is no, because Dish literally doesn't have money either. The only reason Dish is in this merger is because of two groups, T-Mobile and the FCC.
Yep.
That is it. T-Mobile wants a weak carrier that they can demolish in the long term, and the FCC wants that spectrum that Dish has to be deployed.
There's a third reason.
Oh, what you got?
Dish decided to buy all that spectrum.
But that was years ago, Pete.
Yeah, and you're right. The FCC wants it deployed, but if they didn't buy that spectrum, then they wouldn't be in this position.
They could sell it, but like Sprint, do you ever really get the full value?
No.
It's a pain, man.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing I will say, I want to kind of take this back. This is what Verizon is trying to avoid, like the Black Plague. They saw what happened with refarming. They saw what happened with 2G. They saw what happened transitioning to 3G. And then you think about the refarming from 3G to 4G. That was expensive, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't really that effective. Like they didn't have, like if our data needs were the same 10 years ago as it is today, there wouldn't have been enough spectrum. You know, all the acquisitions, all the buying of the incumbents of those regional carriers that had some spectrum in these markets, like all that helped. You know, all the deals with the FCC, you know, with all the C Block and AWS, all that stuff that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a lot of refarming from 3G to 4G, and there was a lot of auction stuff too. People act like there was no auction. What do you mean? 600 megahertz, T-Mobile spent $8 billion.
Oh, yeah. And they're
know?
still not done deploying it.
Look what Sprint did for the entire 2000s. Acquire. And they just built all this spectrum, like over 200 megahertz of it.
Refarming is god awfully expensive. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, and now if you look on a lot of networks like T-Mobile, for example, if you have a 2G only device for voice, you're screwed in a lot of places.
You're not on T-Mobile.
What are you roaming on?
You're not. You just basically have no service. Like if you have a 2G voice only device, you're screwed because you've got no service in a lot of places.
So you're connecting 3G GSM, and that's pretty much it.
Like
But
if you don't have 3G,
on your
like if
device.
the only thing you've got is a 2G capable device for voice, you're screwed.
Yeah, they no longer support it.
Like VoLTE is the way.
Bro, I've been trying to have these conversations with people for like the final time, but even to this day, I still hear random moments where people want to talk about CDMA phones and GSM phones. And bro, like, you know me, I want to time them out and ban them and stuff, but I know it's not right.
Hey, time out.
Carlos,
Where'd you get
thanks
that
for this.
time machine? Where'd you get the time machine? We're not in the early noughties.
Carlos,
Hey,
thank you for the super chat. Bro, I don't have,
Yeah.
I'm running out of money, bro. I got to put money in Yasmin's piggy bank tonight. I got to go to the ATM.
Uh-oh.
And
Damn.
it's cold out there.
Bro, the sock drawer is empty, bro. All that's in there is socks with holes in them. You know?
And it's cold outside. I mean,
Damn,
he's
you'll
inside
hurt
of a
what?
tracksuit.
You'll hurt like $60 right now. At least.
Man,
Yeah, it's good to get the live the super chats. Thank you all so much. Appreciate your generosity.
All
and
that
kindness.
is pointing out.
yeah,
that
Yasmin is going to have a lot of money to start out college with. She's going to be lucky.
I would love to hand her like $50,000 and be like, "All right, kid, go ahead, succeed in life." You know?
Yeah.
So Obed,
I wouldn't hand it to her. I'd be like, all right, enroll for your classes. I'll pay for it. I'm not
Give
going
it to her.
I'm not going to hand an 18-year-old 50.
Give it to her.
No.
What is that, 16 credits at a time.
Yeah. Monthly and 24 monthly installments.
Yeah.
That way she can't go nuts with it. I
So-
sure wouldn't give an 18, 19-year-old 50 grand right off the bat.
that is.
I might have been born one day, but it wasn't yesterday.
Oh, Alexis dropped another super chat. Carlos, step back,
Yep.
bro.
1 cent more.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Bro, it's because I'm on the iPhone. It just says 1999.
So
Yeah.
I think Alexis dropped a 10 before, so I could do the math, bro. She's got you by a penny. Carlos, can you super chat 2 pennies?
no. Google will take all that.
Let's
Yeah.
see here.
I know,
30%
right?
of 2 pennies.
That's 100% right there.
Can I get my 6 cents, bruh?
Damn. Damn, we really just like, bam, slapped it right there.
It's
So Obed pointed out that Sprint is already closing down corporate stores due to lack of revenue.
The one thing about Sprint, and Pete, you operate a business. Carlos, you operate a business. Dave, you've seen the telecoms. You know how they work. The thing about Sprint's business operations is you wouldn't say that good days are coming. There's nothing to grab onto and say, we have this, we'll be okay.
When your values are constantly in the negatives, you start
Yeah, exactly. There isn't
snowballing.
any kind of like better times are on the horizon with this thing.
You keep getting more behind and losing more people because you're behind, and the remaining people are getting annoyed because you're behind and you're losing them, which means you can't even go ahead.
Because Carlos, you know this too.
Man.
They spent $9 billion 2 years ago. They spent $12 billion last year. The network is much better, but it's like a lot of damage has been done.
So Carlos sent a super chat sticker with a "Keep It Up" for $4.99 with a pair going like this with weights.
He's swollen.
Yeah, he's swollen.
Damn, bro,
Hey.
kick me off. I got a call.
Yeah, bro. The problem is you keep dropping them weightlifting chips. Shout out to all the pairs. Shout out to all the weightlifters.
I like Robert Montoya saying that pair looks phallic.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I think in terms of wireless telecom, the best case scenario, Sprint's a legit competitor. The best case scenario, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T are at each other's throats. The problem is they're just not.
That's never been.
Yeah, that's the only. So like you speak about hypotheticals and you look at the theory behind competition. Bro, we just can we call it like it is? Rural 5G is going to have 2 options. There's only 2 companies. Verizon literally just said rural America is not getting 5G. Sprint's looking for a buyout one way or the other. It's T-Mobile and AT&T. That's it.
For now, yeah.
I will say one thing.
That's worse than it was for LTE. It's getting worse without the merger.
That's true. I will say one thing though.
It largely
If
have
you look at it in
AT&T.
terms of telecoms for wireless connectivity, yeah, it's worse for 5G. If you look at it in terms of home ISPs, though, it's actually better because you get 3 now instead of 1 in most cases.
Got you.
So it depends on which way you look at it. You can either look at it as glasses half empty or glasses half full in that case. But no, I think Verizon's dumb.
I can't say that I approve of them not doing 5G and simply doing LTE. I think the LTE thing is like, I mean, yeah, upgrade LTE. That's fine. And there's going to be people in rural America that only want LTE and only have LTE devices. But for those that require a 5G connection, now it's basically band 14 unless T-Mobile decides that they're going to be putting in $15 billion annually for the next 5 years.
Which
Well,
we know.
there are some pockets that may have the proper 71 allotment. We haven't tested them all. But I'm fairly certain the vast majority do not.
Pete, there's not enough band 71 in Ohio.
Nope.
And that's at least 2/3 rural. At least.
There needs to be a fair bit more Band 71 deployed in Colorado, and that's like
What about
80% rural.
Nevada's 95% rural, bro.
Yeah, outside
Like
of Vegas
92,
and Reno.
95. Yeah, that's it.
So basically what you're saying, the percentage of the rural Nevada is the percentage of the government-owned land.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like Arizona, it's very rural too, except for Maricopa County.
Oh yeah.
You know, you got so much, bro, and Utah too, a lot of rural.
I just want to see. I wanted to see Verizon do more with 5G. I mean, fine, focus millimeter wave in these urban city centers, but it's not much to start installing. NR in some of these rural places. Just utilize your low band. Refocus on purchasing the mid band. That's why I think that they could be lying. I can't wrap my head around the fact that they're basically saying we're not worried about mid band. Like,
we're not going to compete.
I believe when they say they're not going to put 5G in rural. I actually believe them. That's something they would do. But
also,
I don't believe it.
Like something AT&T would do if they didn't have a requirement on
I don't
band
believe
14.
they wouldn't do 5G on mid-band because, I'm sorry, but millimeter wave only works in the city centers. Like, it works in downtown Atlanta. It works in downtown Minneapolis. What happens when you pop into a suburb? You're not in downtown anymore. You're going to lose it.
Well,
so
bro,
basically, the only place they would have LTE would be in the city center. Like, for 10 blocks in every city, they have 5G.
Hey, bro, but this is the one thing we have been noticing.
They have a hotspot 5G network.
At least here, like in Vegas, like I noticed it it's just been popping up. I showed Reynaldo. He was with me and he saw it up in Summerlin. They have nodes popping out all over Charleston Boulevard, all the way from Rampart all the way out to the 215 highway. There's in every other light. There's a node on the top of the street light in every direction. And then on top of it, like in Anthem, Pete, you saw it, in Anthem Parkway, Sun City Anthem, we have nodes all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Every fourth light.
This man speaks the truth, and these aren't traffic lights he's talking about. These are illuminated parkway lights.
Yeah, they saw
which
it
are
with their own eyes, so
like 10 feet apart from each other.
What's up, Maris? Good to have you on.
So I think that they are the millimeter wave. They're gonna do something with it, man. Because if they're starting to put it out in neighborhoods, the nodes, that means that they plan on doing something, maybe home internet based or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing guesses out there, There's got to be something that they're doing with it, because there's no way they're going to be dropping all these nodes everywhere and have all these permits and pay all this money.
Internet.
Exactly. So I don't know where this news is coming from. I mean, like, it could be just a smoke to put people's guard down. Who knows? We don't know. Like, right now, it's just a guessing game.
I believe
that auction happens.
I believe them that they're not doing 5G in rural. I 100% believe that. I don't believe the fact that they're not doing mid-band, because they threw in the fact that they said if it's financially advantageous to do it, we'll do it. It's 100% financially. Bro, you can't. They may literally have to allocate some of those mid-band holdings to LT for the next 5 years until people start getting more 5G devices.
If not longer.
Yeah, because Verizon, 17 million of their 150 million subs are on unlimited plans. That means there's a lot of.
It's like 11%.
Can we say they have a lot of older customers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. T-Mobile, on the other hand, more than 50% of their customers are unlimited data plans, probably over 60.
I'd say maybe higher than that, since they've been trying to get rid of other plans.
Bro, they have literally moved people from limited data plans to unlimited just to freaking streamline it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
So we're with T-Mobile, I'd say it's somewhere between 60 and 90% on unlimited.
That's really the only reason why T-Mobile has more congestion than Verizon somewhat, is simply because of that fact. It's legit. Like T-Mobile users are data-heavy users.
I'm not gonna lie. When I'm using my my puck here, even if I'm on a small field deployment, I'm using about 5 gigs of T-Mobile data in like 3 hours. And that's just for tablet doing offline activities mostly.
Dang. I've done that before.
But this is all cell phone data.
It's crazy to literally see a network like Verizon, which has been so strong for so long, finally get to the point where it actually needs something and they don't have it. And they're kind of at the mercy of the FCC, but the FCC has been quick to oblige. They pushed up this issue. They moved up C-band twice. This was scheduled to hit voting in 2021. They moved voting to like early 2020 so they could have the auction by the end of 2020. That's accelerated.
And I'm going to be deploying an unlicensed spectrum of band 48 before that.
So you're talking, what's the frequency on that, Pete? 5.8?
5.8.
5.8.
It's going to be CU wireless and it'll be carrier agnostic.
Nice.
And I'm going to see if we can, how well we can encrypt the data.
You checking security, huh?
Hey, it's a security research project, man.
He's doing the security.
But,
It's security now.
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
Yep, that's right.
but it will be as secure as we can make it.
Hey, Pete, I forgot to ask you, what's my hotspot on that T-Mobile line? What's my my cap?
3 gigs unless you do the TTL 65 and then you're unlimited.
3 gigs and then I got to do TTL. Okay, I'm going to have to
do the TTL before that.
Oh, crap.
What are you using it for?
My daughter's tablet, her iPad.
What is she using?
I told
YouTube
him
Kids,
I told him he needs a router to do the TTL on the router.
For the iPad.
So that he can just put the puck on the router to have the TTL run on his whole wireless connection.
Yeah, I got to pick up a router then.
Then you won't have any issues anymore, my friend.
Or do you want me to send you a router?
Whatever it is, I'll just transfer you the money. Ship it out to me.
Wait, what is this? This is something else.
All right, so
you had a modified router with a preset TTL limit for you.
Listen, we always do this when we're on. I always set a goal of 1 hour. I have never gotten off in an hour.
And you know what? I'm not even done with my hibiscus tea.
Bro, I had a green tea earlier today.
Oh, that's the stuff too.
Yeah.
Do you put anything in it like lemon or ginseng?
Sometimes just honey. I try to keep it simple,
Oh, yeah. So, James, I'm looking out more for DOCSIS 3.1 getting cheaper.
Yeah, that's what mine's a 3.1, my modem router combo, my Moto. And it's really nice, but now that I've kind of changed my configuration, I actually can't use it.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete, I got to ask you something, bro. How are you with Del Tacos and raviolis, bro?
Oh, I tell you, man, Del Taco, that's where it's at.
Yes.
Now, if only they could promise me organic soy in that impossible meat. Also, ravioli. I'm considered a celiac. So, I stay off the wheat.
You're saying it's yuck, bro. No, Del Taco's good, bro.
So I stay off the wheat. So what I do is I make my own raviolis by hand. I used to have a puncher. Now I just cut it with a butter knife. Get the ricotta, get the sausage in there, a little bit of Parmesan.
Bro, literally the worst smell in the world.
Boil it, bam.
Pete, listen, tell me this isn't the worst. when you're like kind of sort of close to someone in proximity, they had ravioli, bro, and they start burping and stuff. Like, tell me that's not the worst, bro, the ravioli breath.
It depends on the type of ravioli they're eating. Like I've
Chef
had,
Boyardee, bro.
oh
I don't
man,
know.
that's rank. But I've had people burp on the brie I've offered them, and it smelled like brie. It made me a little hungrier.
Oh, bro.
Damn, you know what Ricky said? He'd rather eat a roach than Del Taco, bro.
Nah, bro.
Oh.
Come on, man.
I can't ban him. I can't silence him because he's a moderator.
Yeah, bro. When they get wrenches, it's like,
Hey, Steve, can you put him on timeout?
I guess I don't know. I just feel like I could put him on timeout. That's messed up. Ricky, I'm putting you on timeout, bro. Bro, that's messed up. I can't.
How you gonna say a roach, bro? I couldn't, bro. No way. I'd rather.
Wait, Carlos. He did say that yesterday. He'd rather eat Taco Bell.
Bro, Taco Bell?
There might be some roach in that beef.
Bro, you're going to be planning on the toilet, bro.
Like a bad Chinese buffet.
You're going to be making a new musical.
Hey, are you guys excited for any hardware for 2020? Any smartphones? Like I'm kind of amped up for the S20. You guys high on any of these devices coming up?
I want to buy that $600 TCL 5G phone.
500, bro.
500?
They're talking 500 bones, man.
I'll dip at 500 too. If I can find 5G and T-Mobile on it, I'll be happy. But at that price, I'm getting some good LTE too.
It's sub 6, so it might have Sprint compatibility and T-Mobile compatibility.
The lady we talked to said it will.
I mean, 500, bro.
No. Why? Ricky's saying no TCL garbage. Bro, that's good for the price. You can't complain.
It's because he doesn't like China.
Bro, what's wrong with China, bro? Like they're more advanced than we are right now in the 5G race, bro.
I'll tell you what, bro. There's a lot of phones that I wish came stateside.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Reno. Yeah. Like you think about some of these Oppos.
Oppo.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If we could get Oppo compatible, US compatible Oppos, Samsung would have a run for their money in this country.
Well, that's the thing. They don't want them here.
Oh, dude, Oppo is. Oppo phones are LiPo batteries, right? LiPos. That's what they use.
As opposed to lithium ion, it's lithium polymer.
Yeah, so that's why you could charge a battery from 0 to 100% in 30 minutes or less.
I got a video that I think I'm going to be dropping either tomorrow or the next day. And you know what? I might actually drop it tonight. You guys think I should release it tonight? You guys probably both saw it. Your patrons.
In the house.
Oh crap! Mike Sievert's in the house, bro. Oh snap! What up, Mike?
I don't think that's the real Mike.
Bro, it is the real Mike, bro. Trust me. I know the real Mike. It's him. I did it yesterday, bro. Bro, listen, listen to who I was yesterday. Yesterday, I was Sneed Mobile Tech. I was Mike Sievert. I was John Leisure. I was Marcelo Clore. And I was Dan Hesse, bro. I took it back.
Yep.
Took it back.
Now, if only you had the cash Hesse you got for doing WiMAX.
Hey, I'm Dan Hesse. And I am one of the reasons. I mean, you could go back, bro. Every CEO dating back 15.
They were great
years.
when they were a train competitor.
Bruh.
So, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you have to watch Sneed's History of Sprint video.
I had a lot of fun doing that one, man. It was really nice talking about Sprint in that way, bro. We joke a lot about carriers here, and we put them down, and we dog them, and skunk 5G and all these things. But literally, it's so interesting to see the different twists and turns that each carrier has taken. You go back with T-Mobile to voice stream. You know, you go back to Verizon as a Bell sister during that split up. You know, their Vodafone partnership. You know, AT&T basically Thanos. You know, trying to just eliminate every competitor, going all the way back to the 1800s. You know, it gives you insight as to why things are the way they are today, and then, you know, why they are kind of moving forward. You know, why is Verizon so successful? They were set up to succeed. You know, why Sprint failing? You know, that type of stuff.
Verizon's also successful because they found a way to get millimeter wave 5G to work in a building during a fire.
What about the smoke, Pete?
Yeah, that smoke is bad for those millimeter waves.
It was smoking away, bruh.
And that's
Bro,
why
like,
you
what
need
if-
it in low band.
Pete, what if you're vaping or juuling? Will 5G millimeter wave work?
No.
Well, for one, first you'd have to find it. For two, if you end up blowing in the direction of the beam, probably not.
Bruh, what if you order coffee and orange juice at Denny's? Then you're not going to be able to get millimeter wave.
No, because you're at Denny's.
There's too many glasses.
Yep.
You know? God, I remember this. Pete, do you remember this from Myriad here? AT&T was TDMA. I remember that.
Yep.
I remember that was
at that time.
That was my connection on my Motorola StarTech. It was the TDMA connection.
Yeah. TDMA.
And then they're like, "Oh, this is a bad idea," and took over GSM.
Simply Beth, preach on, sister. Vaping is whack. Vaping is literally death waiting to happen, bro.
Well, it's based on who you listen to.
What do you mean who you listen to? There's people...
Let me explain it. In the UK, they have lower potencies, and they use it as a method to get people off cigarettes because it's a weaning apparatus with less toxins. But here, since it's unregulated, you're sacrificing toxins for more of a chemical, which is bad because if you're vaping to get as a cigarette replacement, you're inhaling 5 times the nicotine minimum. Nicotine's bad for your system, and 5 times is even worse. In the UK, you can get about 40% nicotine in that same puff.
Listen, in the UK, they got an antibiotic-resistant syphilis strain.
Yep.
And gonorrhea, bro. 50 to 60 people will die of gonorrhea.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you talking about the clapping, bro?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, things are messed up in the UK right now.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
Germ, bro. Dang.
But they found a way to get vaping to wean people off smoking.
Bro, like how you gonna try to about clapping the germ, bro? That's crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Man.
Listen, all I gotta say is if you're vaping, you can't use millimeter wave.
Yep.
If you're juuling, you can't use millimeter wave. You know, if you're doing bubbles with Yasmin in the backyard, that obstructs the line of sight.
Those bubbles will break the millimeter wave.
Bro, it happens. It happens.
Bro, what is a blue taco or a blue waffle?
The clap.
Ah, man.
Bro, this fool, he's talking. I know what he's talking about, bro. Remember that shit? Remember that stuff, Pete? Oh, man.
Sadly.
Bro. No, man. Bro.
What is blue waffle? What is that?
Oh, man. Pete, do you want to explain that one?
So Ricky was telling us EMT deploy, and he's like,
What is going on, bro?
Bro. You got to finish it, Pete. You got to finish it.
Bro, he's gone, bro.
Oh, he's gone. No.
He's gone. No. Come back.
That's how bad it is. That's how
bro,
bad
listen,
it is. Dude.
I would like to stay monetized. Is there any way to do this? Can we is there like a PG-13 version of this or no?
So there is a infection that occurs on a certain half of the population.
Yeah, in the sexist areas of the world.
in the unique organ area.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad that I'm married in 2020, and
Yeah.
I know, right?
Life is good, bro. What?
Oh
Bro,
man,
bro.
I love that restaurant.
Bro, are those rotisserie hens, bro?
Duck.
The ducks.
Oh man, bro.
Hey, Snitza,
Bruh.
keep this PG-13. You just went XXX.
With the ducks?
That's food porn right
Bruh.
there, man.
MT Houston, Texas,
There he
bro.
is.
Thanks for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you.
There he is. He's ready to
Bro,
be
is that
chopped
Howard
up.
the Duck, bro?
Yep. And those are some pork ribs. Dude, you
Yeah,
said keep
pork.
PG-13.
Bro, it is PG-13. What are you talking about? This is food.
No, that's food porn.
Well,
Oh, man.
we're going to Carlos's house for dinner.
Bruh.
Hey, that's
Man.
a far superior dinner than mine. I have some Costco mozzarella sticks.
Dude, I gotta eat some right now, bro. This is the thing I can think of that's quick and good.
Bro, I mean, you could have had anything. You could have had Del Tacos. You could have had canned raviolis. You could have did anything.
No, bro.
No.
No. I need some real food right now.
Also, in that one restaurant, we got like the most food. That while we were out there in serving proportions, and it was the lowest check.
Well, what type of restaurant was it?
It's a Chinese barbecue.
Oh,
How
that's
was
the
it?
place where I'm at.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Nice.
It was phenomenal.
Dude,
I will
good.
actually second this from Reborn Shade. I had the most delicious goat stew when I ate at this Dominican restaurant in Punta Cana, bro.
Hold on a second, guys.
It was so freaking good, bro. Like I hadn't had goat up until that point. When they made that goat stew, it literally was the tastiest thing I ever ate. It was the way it was spiced. It was the way it was slow cooked.
You're giving
Everything
me
was
flashbacks.
perfect. What's that?
You're giving me flashbacks.
Oh, so you've had it. You're familiar with it. Bro, they
Not
serve
that
it.
restaurant, but
Well,
goat stew in general.
They serve it with like this really crust-based bread, really crispy. Oh my, bro. Like next level, bro. It makes me want to go back and go find me a Billy Goat Gruff, bro. Seriously.
So I often joke that when I finally actually have wedding vows, I'm going to invite all my friends to a feast for as long as we could bake food. And on the RSVP, you'd have to put your 3 favorite meals.
Mm.
However, one meal is going to be a fire pit roasted goat that takes 2 days to cook.
Like it's got to be what temperature you think? Like 160?
Yeah, about 160, but we slow cook it on coals underground for 2 days.
I know people do that same thing with like swine, like Hawaiian recipes and stuff like that.
Yep.
This
I think is an Indian recipe, I know.
I know, like my grandmother used to do that and stuff with lamb, and
oh yeah,
Greek recipes as well,
So tender, and the saffron rice.
Ooh, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Bro, what is Carlos doing, bro? Carlos, what's up, bro?
Oh,
you got some food.
Yes.
He got that Howard the Duck, bro.
Yeah. You know how much this was, bro?
$8.50.
$9, bro. And this is enough for at least like 2-3 days worth of food right here. Oh,
hey,
but I'm gonna eat it all in one shot.
Close.
But I'm gonna eat it all in one shot, bro. You know why? Because it's good,
bro.
Yeah,
Alexis just said it's the year of the rat, bro.
Yes. So I probably got some little Chinese rat in here on the food, so it's all right.
Nah, bro.
Hey,
if that's a legit place, they ain't doing that.
No,
bro.
it's a legit place.
Hey, Carlos, if you wanted rat, you could have just gone to Taco Bell.
Bruh.
Yeah. Taco Bell, Rattle Bell. Or go to the dollar store and get a rat in the food
Hey,
aisle.
we gotta ask Mike Seaver, bro. What's it like? What's it like hanging out in John Leisure's coattails? That's what I would want to know.
How is it to be writing? What the heck happened to my note? Oh,
What's up, Ricky?
What's up?
What's happening, man?
What's up? What's up, man?
Yo, Ricky. I think Carlos just went and grabbed some Del Tacos and raviolis, bro.
Bro,
No. He went and got the real
bro.
food.
Yeah.
Look at that, bro. Oh, that's
He got the real
fire.
food.
Dude, we said PG-13.
Oh, bro, look at that.
Yum.
I
Bro, this is enough for like 3 days, bro. For real, for real.
Yo,
Man,
Ricky, you're not working tonight, bro?
No, it's Monday night.
So what are you, just a weekend type of feller?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday. That's when it's happening.
You guys aren't open any other days?
Well, they're open 7 days a week, but the club scene is only open like Friday, Saturday night.
Ah.
That's when we have all the fights and fake IDs and all the big problems.
Bro, this person right here, I mean, she is literally the most beautiful person of all time. She is so beautiful.
oh,
Lena.
Uh-oh.
Lena is just gorgeous. Love that woman.
yo.
Must
you know
be your
who that
wife.
is. There you go, buddy. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Slam dunk alley-oop right there, buddy.
According
Bruh.
to Speed, and he's talked to me in private about his wife, she's a 10 and everybody else is a pair comparison and about a 4 in his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She
Yeah.
is like... She's some music that brightens his day.
Bro, you've heard of Sunshine?
This
Yeah,
is
what
like
about-
God made it himself.
Yes. It's like the world's, it needs the sun for sustaining life. It is that,
Yeah.
bro. It's like that intense light that comes from, what do they call them? Supernovas, bro. Those crazy young.
Wow.
Oh,
Yes,
what about
bro.
the
She is a
hypernova?
supernova.
You
What
one
about the
lucky dude.
the
Supernova.
What's up, John? Good to have you on, man. Bro, John got the hair, bro. Like legit straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like Johnny Bravo status right there, boy.
Yep.
We're gonna call him Bravo. What's going on, man?
What's up, John?
I like
Good
the
to have
hair.
you on, man. All right, so
like
Mike
the hair.
Sievert's building 5G towers right inside my house, bro.
Wow,
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see
amazing.
it.
that's amazing,
Dude,
Mr.
Ricky,
Seaver.
Ricky, sick 'em, boy.
Hey,
It only won't get
Rocky.
me started.
hey, Ruffy, get that troll out of here.
It'll smell like skunk in here.
Bro, he's cool. Mike's cool, bro. I like Mike Siever. He's a nice guy, bro.
Yeah.
He's the type of dude you'll go out to eat. He'll want to pay.
I suppose you
know
like
what
your
I'm saying?
mother-in-law too, right?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
well, there
I
you go.
do.
You're lucky.
I'm a great mother-in-law too.
Oh my god.
Just like this meat right here, bro.
So Rafi asked a question that you should never ask a woman.
What's up?
When are you gonna hop on the live stream?
How about this one right here from Jahed? Ricky, you're just jumping on. Go ahead, man. Take that one.
Which one?
This what do you think will happen to Sprint if the merger fails? What you got?
What you got?
It won't be good.
I don't know. You want to take it from the Sprint angle, or
Well,
what's the most likely scenario?
bankrupt.
Dang.
Bankrupt. They'll probably get rid of a lot of stores, a lot of employees, downsize a huge amount, put a freeze on tower builds, upgrades, everything.
Because if you think about it, like business as usual is cost cutting for them at this point.
Yep.
So that means
Basically,
they become,
once the bankrupt happens, they're going to take their credit card away.
well, they haven't had the need to buy Spectrum. That's not the issue.
Right.
Their investment literally has just been upgrade
Yeah.
existing tower sites because
They weren't functional in auctions.
Yep.
yeah, I like I said, I started the stream today saying that the best case scenario is having 4 legitimate competitors and then adding a fifth one. You know, like as long as they're all legit, we just don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
More competition, always good competition.
Might as well open up a 5G, open up a T-Mobile store in my backyard with a 5G tower in it. Bro, listen, if I put a T-Mobile store in my backyard, Carlos is gonna be knocking at my door, bro, belly aching about the skunk 5G.
Yeah, he'll bring some phones to return.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How am I gonna go and how am I gonna run business when I got phones catching on fire, you know, and
Speed.
skunking up the joint?
Are you gonna let the return policy slide with Carlos though?
Bro, I literally want no smoke with Carlos, bro. He can have whatever he wants, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I
That's
want
what I'm
no
talking
smoke
about.
with Carlos, bro. Whatever he wants, he gets, and you just hope that he's satisfied and happy at the end of the whole thing.
I'll be happy.
So Carlos,
I'll be happy. I'll share some of this food with you.
we figure anything out about that screen assembly?
Place the order. We placed the order.
What did you need, Pete?
I found an OEM screen for his busted laptop.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
dude. Was
We
it
found it for,
affordable?
No.
Yeah, like 480.
That's
not bad.
pretty good. That's pretty good for OEM, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. If you were gonna go refurbished, it was gonna be at least 350, 400.
So should I hit the order now?
Yeah.
Huh?
So yes,
Already-
Carlos.
I already ordered it.
Ah,
Yeah, don't hit order.
don't hit order.
We're about to have two screens.
No,
No,
don't hit
no.
order. I don't get enough responses for those.
We got the power.
But yeah, I can fix it, no problem. And unlike Apple, he'll have all his data when he gets it back.
Hey, Pete, can you do me a favor, bro? I got a MacBook that I need.
Send it out.
I need the motherboard replaced.
I don't care. Send it out.
Okay.
Because guess who has the power? Pete has the power.
I do. Well, here's the nice thing. I do phones. I do iPhones like, you know, I've done hundreds of either repairs or, you know, like here's what's real common: displays,
Oh
batteries, charging ports, and yeah, I'd say those are probably the big ones. Once in a while, it'll be like a headphone jack, but like those days have come and gone. You know what I'm saying? But typically, it's the charging ports after about 2 years. It's the batteries after about 2 years, and it's the displays. They crack, bro. Like you drop the phone, it's done, bro. Like they basically give you a reason to just order a glass sandwich, you know, to give it wireless charging. So it's glass on the front, glass on the back, bro.
Did you say ravioli sandwich?
Class.
Glass ravioli sandwiches, bro.
That's that shop where they miss the product assurance and put shards of glass in the store.
Bro, and it's
Yeah,
crazy because
yes.
like Apple Care is like $250 now.
They're asking, is this Chinese food? Yes, it's Chinese food.
That's Korean
Just like-
food, bro.
Just like
No, that's
Huawei.
Chinese.
That's
I need
Korean
Huawei.
barbecue.
No, that's Chinese barbecue.
It's Chinese barbecue.
Bro, the best is
Is
Mongolian.
that where we
bro.
went?
Mongolian.
Yeah.
I mean, I know if it
Go
was
look at their go look
Uh,
at their Google profile. It even says Korean barbecue.
M.
Ricky.
Garcia. I just want to tell him real quick. The cost replacement for a Note 9 display is literally more than what the phone is worth.
That's true.
And that's to get the display from Samsung.
It's probably
have to.
400 and some dollars, bro. If it's not at least 350, I would be surprised. At least.
Samsung is doing the same shit as Apple. If you don't put OEM thing, it bricks the
It
phone.
bricks. So you're looking around roughly the cost of replacing the phone.
But that's the difference between Apple and Samsung, though. You can order a display from Samsung. You can't order a display from Apple.
You know, if I could go to Apple and for $700 order an OEM display with 2-day shipping, I'd say, you know, a display replacement costs $850. You'll have it done in 3 days.
No, what are they charging? 400?
It depends on the phone, but no more than
Like-
no more
like
than
a Pro-
500.
Pro
No,
Max?
I'm saying for a general Apple laptop, if I could get a display for $700 directly from Apple, I'd be like, this repairs $850. You'll have it back in 3 days.
That'd be nice.
Man, I've done hundreds of displays, and you know what? Like, I'm looking at the new ones, the new Samsung displays. They're nice, but that's when screen replacements got really expensive for Apple devices. It was literally when they went OLED, because I was getting LCD displays like OEM refurbished. So basically the LCDs were good. People just replaced the glass. I was getting those for like $80.
Bro, you know how much I was getting them back then for the whole thing? A new LCD, new everything. It's the whole front, bro. The only thing you have to do is take the Touch ID, put it on, and that's it. I was getting those for $40, bro.
Yep.
I was getting them for like, I was getting the fake ones, you know, the what do they call them, bro? The third party ones. I was getting those for like $17, bro. Like an iPhone 8 display right now.
A 5-pack of those for $20.
Yeah, like you're getting them dirt cheap, but like the real OEM ones, I had to spend a little bit extra, but you get a higher quality display with better color reproduction and better quality.
These right here, even though I can't do none with them no more because it breaks the phone, I still have some. I even carry them in the car because I used to do repairs in my car, like on the go. Bro, because you know how it is, bro. Gotta love making that money.
So, Carlos,
See, I got displays in the car. Gotta make that money.
for Apple laptop displays, I work on them in powder-free latex gloves.
Nice.
Because I don't want to get my skin oil on the ports or anything.
Oh yeah. No, I got gloves. I got gloves in the back when I do that too, like latex gloves, brand new ones.
Oh, they're not latex; they're polystyrene, but same difference.
But, bro, I used to do the repairs right here in the car, bro, right on the passenger seat. Boom, 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 done. While the person sits inside their job, go back in like 30 minutes. Be like, here's your phone. Bam.
Hey,
Boom.
Carlos, you going live tonight?
Ooh. Well,
You trying to do a Twitter call or something tonight?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. You guys want to get in on that? Get on Carlos's Twitter. We'll be doing a little some later, but I don't know. It's always a good time. It's always fun.
Bro, the Twitter calls are awesome, dude. They are
Yeah,
fun
they are fun.
because
They are a good time.
You don't have to worry about censorship or none, bro. Like, it's just raw.
I didn't know
Yeah,
Twitter had live. When did
Yeah,
they start that?
they got live. Like, so if you do the Twitter live, like the scope, the person who launches it from their Twitter account can actually invite and allow others to get in on the call.
Yeah,
Oh.
all you gotta do is click on the bottom right. You click on the little faces, then you hit join, and boom, and then I hit the ad, and you're in. Easy.
Oh.
So let's do this.
I was wondering how they did that.
Let's kind of wrap things up here. We hate Verizon for not giving rural America 5G. I think
Yeah,
that
you
pretty
suck.
much wraps it up. Yeah, we're mad about that. That's terrible.
Hey,
And we
Well,
hate them because they
hey,
got Street Fighter.
yeah,
too.
Mhm.
you know what happened, bro? I think they got bit by one of T-Mobile's raccoons, bro, and they got the raccoon 5G virus. So now they're like, you know what?
Yeah,
We
it's
ain't
skunk
giving you my
5G, and it's raccoon rabies 4G. That's my patent right there. Every time anybody says them words, you have to give me $1 donation on my channel
They better do it, bro.
because I have the patent for that.
That's right. Ricky, when are you going on live next?
Thursday.
We'll make sure we get over there, and I'll go ahead and do
I'll
that
have it
that patent term, and we'll throw some donations around.
Yeah, I try to do Sunday nights and Thursday nights. That's the two nights
Okay.
I'm going to try to do. Of course, coming up here, we got the Super Bowl night coming. I'm not going to go live stream and try to compete against the Super Bowl.
Bro, I bet you're not going to lose that many viewers. You might lose a few, but like seriously, like the Super Bowl, unless the Browns are in it, bro, my heart's not in it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hate sports, so I ain't even
You
going to
got
watch
the
that crap. So.
49ers and the Chiefs.
Yo, what do you guys think of this? Simply Beth, she's got a good one right here. Verizon hates rednecks, buddy.
Well, I'm still saying I don't think AT&T would deploy rural 5G if they didn't have band 14.
Yep.
Simply Beth, I'm all about the Chiefs in this one. That's my team in the Super Bowl. If I had to pick one, I'm going Chiefs. Chief.
So
Chief.
I'm gonna have to say one thing about AT&T getting a government subsidized phone ban. At least they're giving competition to rural 5G.
Bruh.
Now wait a minute. Somebody just said Verizon is roaming on AT&T. That's not true.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, I
The
think
way roaming works is if you don't have a signal on your carrier, then you roam on whoever's got the agreement next. And
Well,
you got
they're
throttle
doing-
data. You can make phone calls and text. That's about it. But
They're-
roaming is
they're-
garbage.
They're doing right now the test trial still on the extended LTE, bro.
Well, yeah, extended LTE, I can see that, but
They're still doing the test trials on that
it's not
extended
roaming.
LTE shit.
Extended
that's going
LTE and
on.
roaming is two different animals.
I think what we have to wait and see. There might be something brewing there, but we don't have like the actual details of these connections. That's what we'd want to see.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
what we need to find out.
I'm gonna do more homework, bro. When I go back up,
Like
there. We're
that's
gonna do
the
a lot of
thing.
work.
Like Carlos is the only guy seeing this, so we can't even test it ourselves. Like in my area, bro, every carrier has coverage here. There's no roaming here. You know, nobody's roaming out this way. Is anybody roaming at the Keys?
No.
You know, it's a
Why
small
would you-
geographical space.
Why would you need to roam? There's a tower everywhere for both carriers, all four carriers.
Yeah.
Sprint routes in my area.
What do they roam on? T-Mobile?
Well, Sprint's a regional carrier. They're going to roam on everybody.
Yeah, so I looked at their Kickstart plan. I'm like, why would I pay $35 to roam on my home network?
Exactly. God,
Bro.
that's an oxymoron
Bro,
right there.
Bro, Maverick's about to get mad, bro. Chill out.
Uh-oh. We got to be
All right.
sensitive now.
All right, boys. Here's what we're gonna do. Carlos is gonna finish eating. He's gonna hit that Twitter call. Let's get on it. Let's do our thing over there, and we'll enjoy the rest of the evening that way.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I'm
better
gonna
be
get off here.
careful, SMT. He'll send you a can of ravioli if you don't behave.
Is it the cheese or the meat?
With extra cheese, bro.
Extra cheese, bro. You gotta wreck my stomach, bro.
Hey, Speed.
And taco,
Listen,
Del Taco for dessert.
I'm standing at the podium. I'm trying to watch my sodium. You know,
Speed. You'd absolutely love my raviolis, man.
Pete. You know I'm driving out to Vegas in June, and I'm
You told
picking you
me.
up.
You
I'm
told
picking
me.
you up in
Yo!
Longmont, bro.
Bro, I killed that whole food, bro. That shit is gone.
We're
Bro,
gonna have
did
to
you-
have some when we go
Hey.
out with Speed.
Bro, listen. He
Oh.
ate that so fast he forgot to breathe. He's just starting to get color in his face, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Ugh, I think I gained like 10 pounds.
So he's got the
bro.
blue waffle face. So.
Oh,
Bro, no.
dang, bro.
That's gross.
But
Bro,
yeah,
that's gross. That is gross, bro. Oh,
if it's
man,
just
when we
you
go on the
coming out,
hey, you guys join us on the Twitter call. You're gonna find out what that means. You're gonna find out exactly what that means, man. And you're not gonna be able to look at Ricky the same on that one.
Everybody always say, "Oh,
Pretty
I want to
gross.
be a paramedic. I want to save lives." Yeah, if they seen all the crap outside, they wouldn't want to.
Bruh.
Well, yeah, bro. Yeah, you were forced to see it, but
Yeah, I
you
was-
will not be looked at.
I was
the
paid
same
to
because
see it.
you mentioned it.
And smell it. Yeah, bro.
Bro, I can't
Oh.
breathe right now, bro. I'm having like chest pain, bro. It's like anxiety right
Call
now.
911, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro.
All right,
Feels
listen.
good, but
Let's do some thank yous real quick. I want to thank everybody that provided a super chat and a donation, obviously. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much. I want to thank every person who was active in the discussion in the live chat. Thank you to Pete. Thank you to Carlos and Ricky. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you to Dave Beast Tech. He was on earlier. Big shout out to all the other channels that popped in. JG Tech Blog. I think TK's Garage stopped in.
But
Rad-
he does have a tech channel though too. TK's Everything 100 or Tom
Bro,
Kelly. I think.
he's got to start getting some videos, man. It's almost like he's gone all in on the garage, bro. He's really active on TK's Garage, you know, with the
Yeah,
truck
he's been
and the-
busy with that part. Yeah.
So it's been, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like what he's doing there. Big shout out to all my moderators. Big shout out to Jose, Rafi, Matt Dubb, Alan Watts. Who else was moderating today? I think I saw Greg was in the house. Pete was holding it down. JG was there. Yeah, it was a great live stream. I enjoyed it very much. If you guys want to rewatch or you missed part of it, no problem. You can watch it on replay. If you did watch this on replay, don't forget to hit that like button before you go. And if you haven't hit the like button and you are watching this in the live, please do that. And maybe you could share it to your favorite social media. That'd be awesome. Check out the
And
links in the description box. Yeah, got to subscribe. Oh, yeah. And by the way, subscribe to Ricky Florida Keys down here. He's got a good channel, as well as Carlito, which would be where I can't get across, bro. All right.
You got it.
Subscribe to Carlos's channel. Check him out on Twitter, too. They're all pretty active on Twitter. It's a good time. We're headed over there now. You guys go ahead. Closing statements. Pete, go.
Well, Greg wanted me to mention the Frontier closing down. It's because they were doing a sprint, couldn't deploy mandatory network updates to say successful.
Yep.
Also, as I mentioned, I will be working with CBRS in Boulder, Colorado. And my
Band
master's
48 Wi-Fi. LTE.
My master's program started a week ago.
Sweet.
Carlos? Carlos?
He's digesting.
Wait.
Bruh, what happened to Carlos? Carlos, no!
I think he's on the phone.
Bruh.
That's good.
Now he froze. He must be in a
somebody
skunk
get
5G
Can
area.
somebody get a screenshot of that and post it to Twitter?
Oh my God.
Somebody get him frozen on there.
No,
Make him supersize.
no, I'm here.
Bro, somebody screenshot this and put it on Twitter, bro.
You know what that face looks like? It looks like he saw John Ledger. And he don't know what to say. Cat
He's
cut his
We
tongue.
say that they're really screwed
Car
up.
accident.
I don't know what happened to him, bro. Ricky, go ahead. Your turn, bro. Go.
John Ledger says what? We got the best 5G network in the United States? What, bro?
There we go, bro. Hey, guess what? I had to
Get out of here with that
on
skunk
right
5G
now.
and raccoon rabies 4G. Give us some T-Mobile Tuesdays with some raccoon rabies shots.
Dude, I'm hot spotting right now from Sprint, bruh.
Oh, man.
Ah!
Dang, bro. Blue wrench in it, man.
Bruh.
Blue
Oh,
waffles and wrenches, bro.
Oh,
Hey, Rocky.
And
Hey, Rocky,
raviolis, bro.
Oh no! It wasn't AT&T where I was buffering. Actually, I'm actually using my T-Mobile phone today. This is actually T-Mobile.
well, it shows, bro.
So all you
Bruh.
guys thinking it was 5G.
Bruh, extra
got the
cheese,
last
bruh. Master Bill is in the house. All
I'm
right.
using Sprint to stay on.
On behalf of the Zoo crew,
Zoo crew.
we out of here, bro. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey, Rocky, put the Twitter handle link on the thing
Yeah,
below.
link everything
Let's-
for
let-
us, all the Twitter stuff. That'd be awesome.
Link my Twitter handle real quick, bro, so we can go. We're gonna go on right now on the Twitter.
Bro,
It's gonna be
lick the
fully
Twitter handle.
uncensored.
Gross.
Like
Ew.
Gross.
Whoever wants to join can join in,
Ew.
and if they want to roast people, we can roast them. Who cares?
We're roasting ravioli on the live on Twitter, bro.
Oh,
and Del Tacos. We out, bro. Peace.
yeah.